Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here with
Brad.
and the critters. Which are not real happy. The cat wants to be fed right now. Not happy with us at all.
Eat dry.
Anyway, happy April 6th, 2020, Monday afternoon at 2:16 p.m. on a beautiful day. With everything going on in the world right now, just take a stake for day by day. You know how they always say don't plan too far in the future or look too far in the future and don't look in your past. Just enjoy each day. And boy, right now with everything going on in the world, that is so true. So, since I told you guys it was a beautiful day, let me pull up the weather. Right now it is 80 degrees. It feels like 82. The high today will be 81. The low will be 62. Partially cloudy. Only a 10% chance of rain tonight. Humidity is a 49%. Wind at 9 miles per hour from the southeast. Sunrise is at 7:20 a.m. Sunset will be at 8 p.m. I love the longer days, the longer sunshine.
Yep.
And let's see. Tomorrow will be basically the same, pretty much. So there you have it. Abundant sunshine. Beautiful out. We sat outside for quite a while. Every morning for us, it's usually about 11 o'clock a.m. or noon, because we're night owls. We are big time night owls.
Yeah.
And so after I get dressed, well, I took a shower first. But after we get dressed, get the dogs outside, and I sit outside with them. Well, now that Mr. Heide is home with us, he does the same thing. And so we did that. And we're going to recap for the weekend. Not really anything much happened. Did you go to Walmart Saturday to get just a few things?
I believe so.
Yeah, because we needed a few things. And, yeah, because I was sitting out in the Jeep, actually. And, because Brad fixed the AC. You refilled it or whatever?
Yeah, I had to drain all of the old refrigerant out of there and then refill it because the Jeep's old enough it used the old type refrigerant. And I found out you're not supposed to mix the two.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and refilled it.
And had no trouble doing it, and it's wonderful to have AC back in the Jeep. No, we haven't gotten the door fixed, and I don't know. With everything going on right now, it's pretty hard to call all the junkyards and ask them if they have a door. And so we're taking that day by day, you know. So, anyway, yeah. I know you said there were a lot of people in Walmart.
And you already told them about the way they had the carts set up, so.
Yeah, and I actually showed a picture. Well, I don't know if I showed a picture to you guys. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw it. I'll show you. I took a picture of how it is. Let's turn it so you guys can see it better. There we go. This is what our Walmart is like right now. You see the carts and stuff. Yeah. I assume you guys at Walmart. I know a lot of the stores are doing that, where they're only letting in so many people, and then, you know, get the one out, and then you can come in. And I know that Home Depot, I guess, some of them are doing the same thing. And,
yeah.
And all of that.
And then I saw a thing on, I don't remember if it was all Walmarts or just this one here, but with the social distancing, they were going to only allow, I think it was 5 customers per 1,000 square feet.
I was telling you about that. I read that article to you, actually. Honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew
It was me, not the other wife. It was me.
I thought you were that gorgeous newscaster.
No.
Okay.
No, that's just me, okay?
And,
it wasn't a gorgeous newscaster. It was just me.
And but they were.
You're supposed to say I was gorgeous, but thank you.
You are. Well, that's why I said you were the
Anyway.
Yeah. But they said for a store of 180,000 square feet, which is the average size of a Walmart, they would let in 900 people.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Okay.
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it is right now. I read a thing, found it on Facebook, that, and I don't know if it's totally true or not. I have not investigated this, okay? But that they're supposed to be starting to bury some of the dead people in the New York parks, you know, just temporarily because they're out of space. So I don't know, you know, if that's true or not. You know, that'd be interesting for some kids to see once they have to, you know, Zoom them to actually bury them where they need to be. Damn. But what are the logistics of not having enough room for the bodies that you can't have a funeral for right now? But I always wonder this kind of logistic thing of why they can't go ahead and have these funerals, but then do the remote satellites, or even, you know, where everybody that, you know, can't come to the funeral, they could either videotape it and they could watch it later, or they could have them, you know, watch a live event. And it would just be, you know, select people invited. You know, because I know some funeral homes we're talking about doing that. So I don't know if I assume some are, but maybe some families are just very adamant. I mean, and I can't blame them. So, anyway, heard that. Besides Walmart being rather crazy, that's about it. We didn't realize the reason that they were partially being so crazy was because, you know, now we're basically kind of on a lockdown.
Yep.
And, you know, they had also stated on the news, whoever that woman is that's always with the president, I know she's some kind of a doctor,
Yeah.
was stating that this was the time to not be at your pharmacies or your stores, but to stay home.
Yeah.
And so Brad and I have committed that we're 1 week we're staying home and not leaving the house at all. You know, that's what you'll probably need to make ice cubes. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying. So that's what we're doing. We already have all of our pharmaceuticals, you know, for a month or more. So we've already done that. We've already stocked the house. We're good to go. We are managing fine. We are doing fine during this time because honestly, this is not much different than our normal life.
Yeah.
So those of us that are introverts and that are homebodies, it's okay with us.
It's no big deal.
I like the company. I have a whole lot. Probably like, don't tell him, but he's probably like my favorite person in the whole world.
Woohoo! Sorry.
I was talking about Charlie.
Oh.
The dog.
Wow.
No, you know, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I mean, I've got the best company in the whole world I could have.
Me too.
I have my yarn, and you know, I think Netflix is. I'm a big fan. I've always kind of maybe before been a little bit on the fence, but I am a big fan of Netflix right now. I think they're doing a hell of a bang up job, bringing in new movies. There's going to be, what you read, like 46 new,
Yeah, something like that.
new
releases.
Yeah, new releases. I've been enjoying that. You know, we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're fine. We go outside every day with the dog, but we we do the social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like normally I would have gone over to a neighbor's house to see how they're doing and stuff, but these are all younger people. Okay, the elderly gentleman had moved out months ago. I believe his daughter put him in a nursing home. So we're not doing that. But besides that, you know, we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I touched my face, but I'm at home. And I have hand sanitizer everywhere. that's about all we've really been doing.
On the this is about the hand sanitizer. I was really impressed because when I went to clean out my stuff off my desk at work, I expected the hand sanitizer to be gone, but it was still there.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah. How's Brad feel about not not working?
I'm liking it.
Pain continues though. Yesterday he was just about in tears because the pain was that bad. He has his good days and his bad days, and his good days he really, enjoys the heck out of. And the bad days we just have him sit a lot more.
Yep.
And we just make the most of it. That's all you can do. And he'll be filing for disability probably here in a few minutes, probably. Update on my daughters are still moving. When I say daughters, I mean my natural born daughter, or the ones that we raised, and then my bonus daughter. I have one other daughter, and she is in the healthcare field. So you guys, include her in your prayers or good thoughts. She does work on the floor that has the coronavirus patients that are not on a ventilator. And so she's in very close contact and stuff. I worry about that. But, she's making the most of it. She was supposed to change jobs and go to another place. But that particular place was an elective surgery place, and pretty much. And they had to scale way back. So she's still at the job she's at, at a hospital, and, doing what she has to do. So, but yeah, my other daughters are actually going up to pick up schoolies, which are these buses they convert over into, like, humongous RVs. And so they're both, these guys, my daughters, they're so cute. Okay, and I know you guys are like, what the heck are they doing? Well, they have to make their own decisions and stuff, and we tell them information we find out, but they have to make their own decisions in life, and we will support them in what they decide. They're both on their way up to get in another state to get these schoolies, and they do have my daughter's boyfriend, who's a very big guy and stuff, so nobody will mess with him. And but they both got him, and they're both bringing them back. They found a place, I assume, to park them at, and then they're going to start. These are both partially done, and so they're going to start, finish renovating and stuff. It's an adventure for them. Who's to say who should do what? I did look up if people were still moving from state to state, and yes.
Okay.
And, so, they didn't say anything about you couldn't move state to state. We were worried about that. Parents, no matter how old your kids are, you worry about stuff. But, our job is to support them. Everybody thought we were crazy. Remember, at one point in time, we thought we were going to live in a tent. And, and then we got the RV, and we lived in that for, 19 months. And
we still had most of our marbles intact.
Yeah. It was rough, but we did it, and we did what we had to do so we could keep our animals. Because, Charlie had him a big old mouth now. He's outside, and he gets out there, and he just looks at me, and he starts rah, 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 talking and stuff. Huh, honey?
Yes, he does.
And I'm like, what are you saying to me? And he come over, and then you got to do Mr. Wigglebutt for both of us, and he's just so happy all the time, and he's out rolling in the grass, and Nixie is trying to be a badass, and Nixie hates any kind of flies. Man, does she hate any kind of fly. She gets so mad.
Does.
So, how are we feeling? Off and on, sometimes, I think, with like everybody, you kind of wonder, do I have the corona? I feel really weak. I feel really tired. I feel short of breath. Brad's had a little bit of a cough, but I don't know. And what does it matter? I'm not going to go in and get tested. There's not enough testing kits as is. So why waste it on me? So you can tell me to go home, and if I get worse, I can come in, you
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't think we do, and if we do, it's an extremely mild case. So, you know, I just think I'm old because, like Brad says, I don't get that much sleep.
No, you don't.
And, you know, I'm always fighting some kind of infection, so then you get kind of bleh. But we're good. We're good. My toe infection's all healing up, and I don't know. The other infection seems to be kind of at bay right now. It's good, pretty much. And what about you?
Just yeah,
I mean, you had kind of flu-y for a couple days, and then
yeah,
what's your sciatica again?
yeah, and I'm going through pain issues,
Mm-hmm.
but it's one of those that it's not worth me whining about, because it's pretty much
A lot of
most of
people
the time.
have. Yeah. What we've done is, let's talk about this for a minute. We've kind of reconformed how we're doing housework, how we're doing yard work, that kind of stuff. Because, it used to be like with a lot of people, you would do all your housework in one day, thinking, the next day I can have off. Well, if you're disabled, if one or both of you are disabled, it's basically like Brad having chronic pain issues. And, and I want to, it's not even just so much the pain, is the mobility issues. Because if he's really bad with the pain, that means he can't hardly move. And so we reformatted how we're going to do housework and stuff. Is we're going to do what we call the front half of the house one day, and then we're going to take a day off. Then we'll do the back half of the house. The front half of the house means the front room and the kitchen. The back half of the house means the bathroom and the bedroom. And then we'll take a day off, and then we'll go back to doing the front room, the front of the house. That's where the most traffic is. So that way, if Brad is really bad on one day and he just can't move, he can take and say, I'm going to take this Monday off, and I'll get it Tuesday. And or if I don't feel good that day. Some days I don't feel good. Some days I have some issues with feeling very dizzy and stuff. So, sometimes I need to have a day off. If I have a gout going on real bad, or, I have to be honest, I pretty much kind of ignore the gout. I think we are lucky sometimes that we have the neuropathy in the feet because we don't feel the gout as bad, except for at night when you're off your feet then. Yeah. So, but we're making the best of it. Making the best of it. And, we are getting, let me show you guys first. We got a spice rack. I didn't pay much for it at Amazon. And I had it credit. Let me show. Yeah, hang on just a second, babe. Okay? Is it heavy? Can you hold it with two hands?
Okay.
I just wanted you to see how much it was. Okay? There we go. Okay. It was $25.71 now, but when I got it, it was like $19.99. We needed a new spice rack. We had gotten one from a thrift store, and we didn't realize that the bottom part of it is supposed to be able to use. Are you okay? Do you need an albuterol? Here, I got one right here, Brad. Hang on just a second, guys. Here you go, honey. Brad's having a bit of an asthma attack. Give him a minute. He doesn't like you to look at him and stuff when he's going through this. So I'm going to keep talking. We had gotten a spice rack from a thrift store, and we didn't realize the bottom part, the turntable part, was gone. But it had jars that stuck out on four sides. But the problem was this set was so old, and we used it for. Gosh, we've used it for at least a year and a half. Are you okay now, babe?
Yeah.
But it was time to upgrade, because what happened was we dropped the jars enough that the lids, because they were so old and they were plastic, they would shatter and everything. So we I guess it's the first ever one we've ever gotten, sweetie.
Yeah.
A spice
I think
rack.
it is. Yeah.
And so what we went with was just this. It holds 12, right?
Yeah.
So, and the nice metal lids. I really like this. Like that. Let me show you. Not only does it do that, but
Yeah.
okay, you've got your smaller holes. And then it gives you your bigger holes. And then it gives you that, which is and then of course to close all the way. So I really, really like that. I like that you could decide this. It didn't come with spices. You decide the spices you want to put in. They gave you some labels. I don't know if you guys can see any of the labels or not. And then, okay, I have a, what do you call them?
Label maker.
Label maker, but I don't want to go into the art studio and dig through boxes to find it. So I just have Brad write on the labels. We can always do them later. But I really like it. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We have one empty, and because we don't have any paprika right now.
There's paprika, and I can't remember what the other one was.
No, there's seasoned salt.
Yeah.
Seasonal salt. But we have like the onion powder, the cumin, ginger, garlic powder, chili, dill, seasonal salt when we get it, paprika, cinnamon, lemon pepper, oregano, celery salt. So, we have other spices, but we just don't use them as often. So, yeah, so that's nice big jars stuff. So, oh Lord, it's kind of heavy when it's full.
Well, the spice rack we had that we got from the thrift store, it held 24 spices, and here's the labels.
This is how the labels come.
But it had 24 spices, and there's only like 5 or 6 of the pre-labeled bottles that we use all the time. There wasn't that many.
Let's face it, y'all have spices too that you just don't use that often, if ever. Because it seems like with any big spice rack that comes with the spices, there are some spices you're like, I am never going to use this.
Yeah. Cilantro. Yeah. Neither one of us.
Okay, and now I know a lot of y'all love cilantro. We do not.
Yeah.
We are not fans of cilantro at all.
Yeah. And that seems to be the current trend with the Mexican food.
Yeah.
Is loaded up with cilantro.
Yeah. And that's great, but we just are not fans.
That's not us.
So, in fact, that's why we don't go to a lot of Mexican restaurants, because they seem to load it with cilantro, and we're both like, ugh, I hate cilantro. I don't know why, guys. I don't. Now, I love, like, cumin and everything, but I hate that cilantro. It just it makes it have such a funkalicious taste to us.
Yeah.
So, what we did today, and this is going to be basically like, I think basically like our birthday presents and well, probably not, but Mother's Day and Father's Day, definitely something that we've always wanted. And yes, the girls are still moving. Our moving is delayed because there's so much in the air about where they're going to have these buses and all of that, and with the coronavirus. And we're just taking it day by day, guys, like everybody else. So for now, us moving is kind of on hold. We're going to do it, but we don't know when. But even when we move, we'll use this. We've always wanted, and we've never had any kind of outdoor furniture. I mean, we've got our chairs, and then Brad had picked up 2 little side metal tables that you can use outside. But we've never had, we had in Wyoming, we had a table, but we didn't bring it with us, and it was just a plastic table, and it had the hole for the umbrella, but we never had an umbrella. Ella.
And in Wyoming, an umbrella.
Umbrella is, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So I talked to Brad and I said, I've always really wanted one of these. Take a look at, I'll put stuff in the cart on Amazon, and I'll have him look at stuff. I won't buy it or anything, because we have kind of a thing that if you're going to spend more than $50, you talk to the other person. And with him being home, I certainly can wait to talk to him. So I wanted to talk to him about, I've always wanted a table, like a round table, and then, with a hole for the middle for the umbrella. Because that would be really nice to have, to be able to sit outside with the dogs more. And I wanted to make a nice little area back here. And I wanted to have some shade. I wanted to be able to, if I want to bring my loom knitting out there, if I wanted to bring my artwork out there to do, if I just wanted to sit out there and visit with Brad, if we got a couple citronella candles. But we have all those tea lights that are citronella, honey. And we could sit out and enjoy it. He could be barbecuing, and I could be, we could eat out there even. So he said he thought that sounded like a great idea. So I'm like, well, I haven't, here's on Amazon, but I haven't checked eBay. And he was like, have you checked Walmart? And I'm like, no, I said I did, but it was really confusing, and it was super late at night. So, he was checking that out. I didn't find anything reasonable, honestly, on eBay at all. And so he found the table that we wanted that was on a rollback price on Walmart. The umbrella that we wanted, because he's like, well, why get a 6.5 when we could get a 9-foot umbrella, across. And we wanted one that tilted and that kind of stuff, and it was on a crank. And then Brad wanted to get basically an umbrella weight stand.
Yeah, it's a base that you put the umbrella pole through the table, and the base is on the ground underneath.
Right.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
So we decided to do that. What was it, like around 140? But we've never bought anything like that, and it really helps me to be outside. It really helps me. I think Brad can tell. I'm much happier when I'm outside. I like being outside. That's a big reason we moved here to Florida, so we could be outside more.
Yep.
And we had that canopy and stuff. Well, the first windstorm, that thing was not cheap, but it was not well made. And the steel pipes or whatever they busted, they bent, and one busted, and that was in just a slight windstorm would really start taking this thing, and when we were gone, and we had did we leave it up no, we didn't leave it up when we left
we took it down.
Yeah, we took it down during the hurricane and stuff. But anyway, long story short, but I said it really wasn't, you really couldn't reassemble it because there were enough of the structural pipes that bent and broke. So we just haven't ever used it here. And, it's been a real bummer because I really like to be outside, and so does Brad. Brad loves to be outside. That's why we get along so well, is to us, being social is us being outside.
Yep.
Wherever we go, and so yeah, we have that coming in a week or so, and I'm excited because I've always wanted one. Now, when we're not outside, I'm gonna collapse the umbrella, but Yeah, I mean, our little yard is starting to look nice. I mean, we've got the flags out there. We got the flowers out there. I got some moss road seeds coming, and have a little bit of vegetable seeds coming. I'm not going to plant a whole lot, and everything's going to be in containers. So, we could move a month from now. We could move 3 months, 6 months from now. We just take it day by day and, do the best we can. So, that's what's going on there. I'm very excited. And we canceled our doctor's appointment. They called last Friday, and then Brad called them back and talked with them. And, with, pandemic going on. And she says, oh, sure, the reception. She goes, if there's not anything wrong with you, and if it's just for a checkup, there's no reason you have to come in. So we moved it for a month. We'll keep doing this for a month. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, what else, babe?
I'm going to go backwards.
Okay, you go backwards.
I can do that.
You do that. Are you pedaling backwards?
I was laughing because, with us getting an umbrella.
Ella.
And,
come on, you got to do it, man.
No.
Please?
And table, because it's been probably close to 20 years ago, I got Theresa, she wanted a windmill. And
oh, Lord, yes.
I got a windmill for her to put out in the backyard for her birthday. And this windmill, I believe it was a 12-foot high windmill.
It was guaranteed.
Yep, it was guaranteed that it would, if the anchors were put in properly, that just with the anchors that it would hold up to a 40-mile-an-hour wind. And I think it was less than a week that it pulled up all the anchors, and it knocked over the windmill, and it broke the blades and everything. So, and I can't even imagine what it would be like with an umbrella in that kind of wind, because, there's a couple times we saw a trampoline go rolling down the street.
Oh, yeah. I remember one windstorm, too. Well, one wind, and we hadn't lived there very long, caved in our garage door.
Oh, yeah. And weren't you out in the garage when
that
happened?
I was out in the garage when it happened,
yeah.
And it was windy, and because I was out there, repotting some plants, and all of a sudden I heard wham! And I looked in the garage door. We had a 2-car garage. Caved in. And then one time, I don't know if it was that same windstorm or not, but no, it wasn't. But it took apart our neighbor right behind us, his shed. And Brad went over and told him because he didn't realize it. I mean, like you said, it wasn't uncommon to see a trampoline going down the street like a tire would. Tumbleweeds, of course. You would have a stack of tumbleweeds, seriously, so deep in your yard. And what everybody did is they waited until it was kind of a windy day, and they would release them out in the street, and to, because, I mean, when tumbleweeds, unless you lived around tumbleweeds, you don't realize that they're really hard to manage.
Mm-hmm.
They're sharp, they're prickly, and they're big, and what the heck are you supposed to do with them? Now, in Wyoming, you can't just go burn your trash like you can around here.
Yeah.
But,
I remember, and I don't know why I had to go into town, but the town that we lived in, they had sent out some newsletters saying that it was illegal to haul your tumbleweeds out to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
And the place that we lived at was a military airport back in the 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And the street we were on, it was a double street, and I'm guessing
it was one of the old runways.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was the main runway they used. But yeah, I had to come into town late one night, and I drove by and I saw one of our neighbors, and he hid behind his truck because he was pulling all the tumbleweeds out from along his fence and just leaving them out in the middle of the road and letting the wind take them on farther down. So I laughed at him.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because, like, craziness.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're doing all right, guys. We're doing good. Don't let this get to you. Enjoy your family time. You know, this is time that a lot of you mommies and daddies don't get this time with your kids. You know, because they're busy with activities and their friends and all their electronics. Well, this is time to have them put down those electronics and help you make a meal, help you do stuff. Just spend time playing a good old fashioned board game or card game, talking. I mean, some of the best talks can happen when you're busy doing something else. You know. But, you know, your kids want to be with you. They want to learn from you and spend time with you and everything. I mean, these memories, this is the time where everybody will remember being, you know, basically on quarantine. Because last I knew, there was all but 8 states that had not committed yet to being in a quarantine or stay home or whatever. I mean,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're doing good. I mean, my life really hasn't changed. I mean, yeah, I baked. I did some bake. I cooked breakfast yesterday, and I made, well, it was just, you know, eggs, scrambled eggs with some cheese on it, and we buy those boxes of sausage that are like the brown and serve. I think, how many are in a box, honey?
10.
There's 10 in a box. Usually I'll only eat 4, if that. And so the Brad gets the rest of the sausage, which makes him a very happy boy. And then we had bread with it. And then I also baked, you can use a cake mix, and then you can use like any kind of berry or fruit you want. And then if you want to put cream cheese in it, you use like 1/4 cup of sugar to one of the 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. And you just beat it in there. And you go ahead and make your cake mix like you normally would. And then you just put half your cake mix in. You drop whatever kind of fruit in. And then your cream cheese mix. And then I put a little bit more cake batter on top. Now this time I made them into muffins. I've made them just regular cake before. And then I also made brownies with walnuts.
Muffins turned out, both of them, the muffins and the brownies. But
So that's what I did, and then he made biscuits and gravy with scrambled eggs last night. You know, but yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Tonight we're having tortellini, and I'm going to go get a bread dough started.
And don't let all this doom and gloom get to you. I'm having to take kind of a step away from social media because you spend 10 minutes on Facebook and everybody is kind of being hysterical. There's a lot of hatred toward China right now, which is just breaks my heart. My husband's part Chinese, and there is no big plot to take over the world from China or anything. You know, believe what you want to believe. You know, and if you believe differently than I do, then we just respectfully agree to disagree. You know, and it's all good still. But, you know, and all the doom and gloom and, you know, everybody, if I get it, I'm dead. Well, you know, I understand this. If I get it, I probably wouldn't make it either. Maybe. I don't know. If it's my time to go. But I'm going to enjoy every day that I get to the fullest. We never know when it's our time.
Nope.
We don't decide that. You know, I'm going to be as careful as I can be, and I'm going to enjoy my husband, you know, and I'm going to enjoy this time, you know, that we have. Okay?
Perfect.
Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, we love you guys, and we do cherish your friendship so very much. And we think you're awesome. And my new motto is stay safe, stay home, and stay positive. So, love you guys, and we'll talk to you probably tomorrow. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.